There is a 5-step framework for making your AI output actually useful, and once you learn it, you will never prompt the same way again. What's surprising is most people pay attention only to the first part of this process and they ignore the last four, which is why the results are pretty bad typically. Right? So the first thing you're going to need to give the AI is the task. The task is telling the AI exactly what you want it to do. The more specific the task, the better your output is going to be. Don't make the mistake of asking the AI if it can do something. Tell the AI what it needs to do. The more specific the task, the better the output is going to be. For example, don't say help me with marketing, but instead say write me a 3-sentence Instagram caption for a product launch. Another pro tip here, don't frame this in the form of a question, but rather make it a statement of what you want. All right, this next one is the single biggest difference between a generic output and an output that is tailored specifically for you. And that's going to be context. Now, context is giving the background of what we're talking about. And this is going to answer questions like who is this for? What's our goal? What does our audience already know? And so without this context, the AI is just guessing what you want from it. An example of giving bad context to the AI could be something like write me an email to my boss. An example of good context would be write me an email to my boss asking for a promotion. I've been here 2 years. I'm a project manager and my boss prefers direct communication. All right, this next one, not a lot of people do, but if you take the time to do it, it's going to match exactly what you want for your output. In this piece I'm talking about is references. Giving the AI references is just giving it examples of what you want from it. When I'm doing something more complex, like building out a website, giving the AI references is an absolute must. That is the key distinction from AI slop in a professional grade product. All right, this next part of the process is an absolute must, especially if this is something important that you're asking AI to do. And that's going to be evaluate. This is where you need to look at your AI output and ask yourself, did the AI accomplish exactly what I wanted it to do? All right, for this last piece of the process, it's one of the most important ones, and that is to iterate. This is just taking what doesn't work and refining it. At this point in the process, I'm just explaining back to Claude, here's the things you missed, here's some screenshots of how it doesn't look right, I need you to go fix this. Almost every single thing you do with AI that's not a simple task is going to require rounds of iteration. If you use this 5-step framework in your prompting, your results will never look the same again. Make sure to follow for more best practices on prompt engineering.